The Gender Equality Index is a timely addition to our toolbox. For equality is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Both men and women should benefit from the same conditions and the same opportunities in order to strengthen our social fabric and in order to create more jobs and more growth. In short, equality is good for society and good for the economy. Above all, gender equality is fair.
First of all, we wanted to create an index which would be tailor-made for the European Union and its current policies. We scrutinized the treaties, legal, political documents, the objectives and targets to reach them. We wanted to create an index which is a long-lasting measuring tool to support the evaluation of the degree of effectiveness of policy implementation.
This is the reason why the index is an instrument that will contribute to more solid policy making and making out of it a living tool that reflects the evolution of the situation will contribute greatly to keeping it in the attention of policymakers at national and European Union level.
The Gender Equality Index is definitely going to be a fundamental, useful instrument to communicate an issue which is key for all Europeans, men and women. We think that from now on, here in the Council of the European Union and in all the institutions and in all the capitals, we will be using this hard evidence in order to ensure that policies are much more effective than what they have been in the past.
I'm delighted to be here at the launch of the Gender Equality Index because what that gives us is it gives us something meaningful and credible to be able to use to test our policies to get more women into employment, to give them equal opportunity and to allow them to contribute for Europe.
So I think with violence against women, the big difference is that there we are not looking for reducing the gender gap, but that we are looking for eliminating all forms of violence. And so this is twice as important, I would say, that probably any other subject, to have the relevant data so that organizations like the European Women's Lobby can really go and ask for improvement and change, because it's a tool for change. The Gender Equality Index is a tool for change.
As a researcher myself, I noticed I already was planning maybe 20 research projects when I was reading the report. It has a lot of interesting data that makes me wonder why? Why is this? Why are certain countries in the West still performing very badly? Why are some poor countries doing better than other rich countries? How is all that possible? How is it possible that it goes well in the economy and not in politics? Why are all these differences there?
You can use the index to see, for example, if you see at your country and you see that my country has this kind of rate, and then you compare to other countries and they might have higher rates, and then you can start asking yourself, okay, what can we do to increase this power allow a higher participation of women in this decision-making bodies, and maybe you can learn from different kind of examples because different countries do it in different way. So that means it's a very, very good tool to use to learn things and also to find role models or find good practice from other countries.
When we look back on today, we will realise what a historic day it is. To have the type of evidence base that we lacked in the past in relation to the gaps in how we in fact make women more involved in both the political sphere and indeed in the private economic world. We will see that we now have the evidence. We know where the gaps are, how we can plug them and what we can do about it. It is astonishing, after looking at the evidence today, that we would have ignored the talent in half of our population. If Europe and the rest of the world are to continue to be viable as economic entities, and Europe is to come out of the present recession that it's in, then we need to avail of all of that talent. I believe that this tool, this index, will be invaluable to women right across Europe.
A very good conference. It's the end of 3 years hard work, and it's the beginning of 30 years hard work.
Excellent conference. It was a brilliant exposition of a very complicated index.
I think it was a very good launch. I think it was very interesting to see how the index is composed.
This is a good picture of what's happened in Europe. It's not a gain, it's not a pain, it's just now in 2013 what's happened in different countries.
The launch was very positive. There was a lot of enthusiastic sort of people, and I mean, when there was the question put, sort of, is it a gain or a pain? I mean, it was obviously a gain for everybody.